we got together after Fox and realised that we needed a special song, a special record, not just another one that somebody's, that I've got in my pile. So this was probably the first time where we actually sat down and tried to design a single, if you like. I remember writing pages of stuff, singles that you've liked, and why, and what little things in there were the little hallmarks of why you loved that single. And there was obviously a 10cc single in there, there was obviously a Beatles single in there, there was a Beach Boys single in there, there was a Vanilla Fudge single in there probably, all the things. And we're taking bits away and saying, right, time signatures, backwards stuff, brilliant harmonies, answering vocals, or the guitar part that is like, like reeling in the ears, the guitar solo from that. And so it's almost like designing a single, and that's exactly what we did. From Brian's words to somebody that appeared in the press, he said, everybody wants a piece of the action these days. And it was brilliant. That's the title. Yeah, the original recording just had a guitar going, in order to get the track done. But we obviously knew it was going to need something rather different. And because of the success of the cellos on the song No You Don't, from the Sweet Fanny Adams album, it was suggested that we put cellos as the driving instrument on the intro. They wouldn't let it go that I was going to play the cellos. They all wanted to have a go. So in came three cellos, Mick Tucker, Steve Priest and myself, sat there. Of course, getting everybody in tune's a good one. And then getting everybody to play the same bowing situation. Halfway through the song, Steve's bridge broke halfway through a take. A big bang happened. Boom! So he was out. And by the middle section, where there's a little da-da-dun, 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 da-da-dun behind the guitar solo, Mick's fingers have gone, he can't play anymore. So it was left to me in the end. So from 3 down to 2, down to 1 cello. We managed to get it all done, and I do think it sounds, quite remarkable.
And that's why everybody wants a piece of the action. Everybody needs a
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that Roy Orbison would have come up with in the 60s, in that sort of Pretty Woman type of era, but by putting the little slur into the third note and putting the octave on the end, it's kind of brought it into a kind of rock feeling, rather than something that is half country and western. Modulation again. Because the song's in D, the last thing we wanted to do was just keep it easy. So of course we do the next bit in E flat. So it's, and then the guitar solo itself is in E. So we've modulated from D to E flat, and you've now got the chords going. And now you're back into the G. Body wants a piece of the action. So it's got intrigue. It's you think you've had a key change, but you haven't.